We have a system here, y equals 3x minus 8 and y equals 2x minus 3. And in this example, we're going to solve this system by graphing using the graphing tool that is embedded in this example. You may have some questions like this on the Florida State assessment for the Algebra EOC. And it's good to practice on this Khan Academy website. It gives you, more confidence in solving this type of system. So I identified the first equation as equation 1 and identified the second equation as equation 2. And the point here is when you're solving systems, no matter which method you use, you are looking for a point where they intersect, and if you plug them in and solve it mathematically, the point will be a true statement when you solve it out, and it will be the point of intersection. Of course, unless you're dealing with parallel lines that never ever intersect. But in this case, the slopes are not the same because the slope in equation 1 is 3 and the slope in equation 2 is 2. So they may or may not intersect. So if you notice, I identified the y-intercept in the first equation as 0, negative 8, and the y-intercept in the second equation as 0, negative 3. So I'm figuring if I graph those 2 points for each equation, we can identify the point of intersection. So all I'm doing is just dragging the first line to negative 3. And remember, the y-intercept is an easy point because it sits on the y-axis. And both y-intercepts for both equations are both negative. So I'm just pointing out that here is negative 8. I'm sorry, I graphed negative 8. And then the slope is positive 3. So that means I'm going to put my pointer at negative 8 and go up 3 over 1. Up 3 over 1. It's rise 3 over 1. And I'm going to do the same thing for equation number 2. I start, let me just, up 3 over 1, because the slope is a whole number, it's positive 3, and all whole numbers are over 1. So it's 3 over 1. Up 3 over 1. Rise 3, run to the right 1 time. And you always run to the right, no matter what. In equation 2, you go up 2 and over 1. And then when you look at the graph, let's look and see what exactly is their point of intersection. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to straighten out the lines so that every point on the line matches their slope. So I was having a little trouble here. So typically if we start at negative 8 for the first one, I will go up 3, which would be negative 5 on the y-axis over 1. So that point would be 1, negative 5. And then up 3 again, which is negative 2 over 1, which is positive 2. So it'd be positive 2, negative 2 as the point. Remember, it's rise on the y-axis, over on the x-axis. But when you write down a point, it's the x value first and the y value second. So I noticed that the solution, of course, is where the 2 lines meet or where they intersect. And I'm just going to go over here and look for that point of intersection. I don't know why I'm saying interception, sorry. But it's intersection. And my point of intersection is, drum roll, 5, 7. So when I start at 0, 0, I go to the right 5 times and then up positive 7. That's the point of intersection. That's the point I'm going to plug in or type in at the bottom. The question says, what is the solution? X is 5, Y is 7. And I'm going to check it to see if I am correct. So I'm going to type in, and it says yes, I am correct. And now your turn. If you have any questions, please feel free and leave me any comments. I'll be more than happy to assist you. Good luck on your FSA Algebra 1 EOC. Don't forget to use Khan Academy. It is free for all. Good luck.